Well, here we go again. Another musical about a corpse. It's so funny to me that Dead Outlaw and Operation Mincemeat are playing on Broadway at the exact same time. Both are ridiculous true stories about a corpse. Like, I feel like Elmer McCurdy and Glendear Michael are just like in a room somewhere being like, yo, dude, this is crazy. Like, both of our stories are being told on Broadway. They are completely different stories, but it's cool. You kind of get your pick of like what tone you want. Do you want like this parody musical satire with Operation Mincemeat, or would you like something more dry but still humorous? Like, I found that the tone of Dead Outlaw is more macabre, but still very, very funny in a dark way, in a very dry way. There were some things where I was like, I don't know how you got the laugh for that, but you did. The cast was very impressive and the look is very smart. I really enjoyed the theme of Dead Outlaw. It's simple. Everybody dies. What are you going to do while you're here? And I think the show explores this very well. We meet Elmer McCurdy and we follow him through his short life to his death to after his death. I think Andrew Durand, who plays this character, does a fantastic job. I hope he gets nominated for this. He has a very short amount of time of introducing the audience to this character. We get to see the reality of who he was, which is he's not a great person. He's a self-sabotager who's done many illegal things. And what's funny about it is that he's done those illegal things so poorly. It's unbelievable. But we get to see the juxtaposition of who he was when he was alive and how he really didn't mean much to anyone. No one was there to claim his body, which is why he got mummified in the first place. But then after that, people started coming up with ideas about who he was and sort of forming him into this greater than life sort of thing. All the while we're following Elmer McCurdy post-death and where his body ends up, we're sort of meeting other people along the way who are living their lives, who are bettering themselves and doing things that are incredible and neat, but they're alive and they can still do it. Whereas Elmer McCurdy is not alive and can no longer do those things. And we think about all of those choices he made while he was still alive. The show will get you thinking quite a bit. They make it such a relaxed environment. Like, it very much feels like a house concert of some sort that you don't really realize that all of these themes are sort of sinking in until after you leave. And the people that I think were most responsible for kind of setting this tone overall are the on-stage band. They were incredible. And Jeb Brown plays the band leader. He also appears like within the story that they're telling at some points as a different character. He's an excellent narrator of what's happening. I feel like you need a narrator for a show like this because the show spans through so much time. We sort of need that narrator to help connect us to the next time jump. He fed off of the energy of the audience so well and was able to take us on this journey without it feeling slow. I'd really like to see him get nominated here. I also want to give a shout out to Heather Gilbert, who did the lighting design for this. I enjoyed her lighting. It was beautiful. Here is a view from my seat. I had a really good view of the action. I did miss like a couple of minor things on the stage left side. When I got the ticket, it was not labeled as partial view. I'm fine with it. I would sit here again. And I had great leg room. I was really happy about that. I get nervous sitting off to the side because I find that tends to be where things get squished a little bit in the orchestra, but I was totally happy with my legroom here. The show takes place at the Longacre Theater, and the last show that I saw there was Swept Away, where I sat in the balcony, which I would recommend too. I think the balcony was a great place to see a show from, but during Swept Away's run, there were a couple of seats in the balcony that they did not sell because there was a post that obstructs some of the view of the stage. I'm gonna leave a picture of what that looks like. It's not where I sat, but I wanted, since I saw that there were those posts there, I wanted to sit behind one and see what it would have been like. I don't think they were selling those tickets for Swept Away, but I did notice that they are selling those tickets here for Dead Outlaw. So that's something I just want you to be aware of when you are purchasing your tickets. It's up to you if you'd be okay sitting here, but I personally just would not like it. So, should you see Dead Outlaw before it closes? Well, I do think that this is going to be a contender for quite a few Tony Awards this season. I mean, the team that put together this show is also the same team that put together the band's Visit, and that show won a ton of awards. And I think that they have told another great story in another great way in another great musical. So I think that they've done really well here and that it'll be considered for some awards this season. I also just really enjoyed the music. The genre was more like country rock, I would say, but I found myself dancing along and I really enjoyed that. There were quite a few people in my audience who were tapping along or bobbing their heads, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And I really like dry and dark humor. So if any of this sounds appealing to you, I think you will have fun seeing the show. Those are my thoughts on Dead Outlaw, now playing at the Longacre Theater. I would love to read your thoughts in the comment section below. I would also really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out some of my other reviews and theater-related content on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to stay off your phone while at the theater.